This week, a water main break inside a Northwest Iowa school did major damage to that building and forced the cancellation of classes for 2 days.
That's right. And tonight, Kingsley Pierson school leaders actually met with parents to talk about how their children's education would continue as cleanup begins in the building, housing elementary and high school students. KTIV's Gabriela Quinones shares the story.
It was really crazy. I just woke up, JMC called me, no school. I went to the school and it's flooded. There's a swimming pool in our auditorium, and now we're here.
A water main break in the maintenance room of the elementary and high school building in Kingsley flooded it with 4 inches of water.
We walked in the band room and everything was just destroyed. It kind of sucks, but a lot of our instruments were up top, so a lot of them didn't get ruined and everything, so that's the good part.
The high school students are now transitioning to virtual learning until the administrators can secure another building. Some students are looking forward to it. Other students say they'll miss the socialization.
I like going to school and, getting to talk to people every day, seeing what's happening in their lives, so I think I'll miss out on all that.
There is a time built in for socializing in the new adapted schedule for virtual learning.
We do have students that are going to be isolated, and we don't want that. So I think it's awesome the way they've thought about that, and I think we just do the best we can getting through it and check on your friends.
Administrators are hopeful they can use a different building while cleanup continues, but they say they need to work out a few things before it's ready for students to return to class. The school board president says the goal is to get the students back to in-person learning as soon as possible.
It's really all about getting these kids educated, so we'll make sacrifices as a community to ensure these kids continue to be educated, and we'll just move forward.
In Kingsley, Iowa, Gabriela Quinones, KTIV News 4.
Administrators still don't know what caused the water main break. An investigation will soon begin. The school that was flooded also has to house elementary school students. Kindergarten through 2nd grade students will continue in-person learning in another building. Now, the Catholic Faith Formation building in Kingsley is where that will take place. Transportation will run as normal, but drop-off and pickup will be at the Faith Formation building. 3rd and 4th grade students will continue in-person learning in Pierson, where space has been made available for 4 classrooms. For transportation, 3rd and 4th grade students can ride the bus with middle school students at the later route times. If they ride the early elementary route, buses will circle back as they pick up the middle school students.